up, guys? Got another new podcast for you. This is Tuned In Sports podcast number 13. Another video on its way. And today we're going to be getting into a Super Bowl preview. But this is a little bit of a special podcast for you because we've got a Tuned In Sports record of 7 people in this podcast, so we'll see how it goes.
It's a super spreader podcast.
Yeah. We're spreading coronavirus every way you look. So, my name is Bryson.
I'm Bennett.
Steve.
I'm Don.
Tammy.
Phil.
Traci.
Yes, so we've got everybody pretty much that you've seen on this channel before coming back for a second round. So, getting into this Super Bowl, we've got obviously the Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Bucks are at home. Wasn't exactly designed that way, or in some ways you might look at it and say, yeah, it was. But anyway, regardless, that's what we have. And so, should be an interesting matchup. Who wants to have a go at it first?
Well, I think this game is going to be the old guy against the youngster. And I have a feeling the youngster's going to pull it off this year.
I disagree. I'm going for my favorite guy, Gronk, and Brady. I'm going for the Chiefs. Or the...
Well, he was talking about... Oh, yeah, okay. So you're talking about Andy Reid then, huh?
Can we redo that?
Nope, it's live.
It's live recording. Yeah. Welcome, Tammy, to Tuned In Sports.
Well, it looks like they were going this way, so I'll go with me. It's like, it's going to be a good game between the two teams. Plenty of stars on both ends. It's all going to come down to big plays, as usual.
Mm-hmm. This is one of those games I feel that, it really could go either way. I mean, both teams obviously, played well to get to this point. So, I think it's going to be dependent on who makes the bigger plays, which defense shows up. Because, I mean, we all know the Chiefs are like a powerhouse pretty much. They got weapons all over the field. It's just going to be a matter of, which defensive line puts more pressure on the QBs, as well as, which QB makes less mistakes.
Mm-hmm. My opinion is I see Mahomes and the Chiefs winning this game. When you look at mistakes, I just don't see Mahomes making them. I see Brady probably throwing 1 to 2 interceptions here. Not that he's not capable of winning this game, he definitely is. But I just think Mahomes is in the prime of his career, and he was in this game last year, so he's feeling really comfortable about it. And I foresee them, winning this game probably by 10 points, be my guess. But we'll see.
I'm hoping that the Chiefs win, but I really don't have much of a favorite, so it's just who has the best team and who doesn't get the coronavirus to knock them out.
Derail.
So
Yeah.
hopefully, Chiefs.
Well, I do have a favorite, but they're not playing.
I was going to say,
I think
a lot of us have that in common.
I knew mine by week 5. Mine was sitting home.
I'm kind of in that same boat.
I was going to say, pretty much all the regular people from Tuned In Sports pretty much know what that's like. I mean, we were pretty much...
we were eliminated.
I think we had a tie. One tie amongst all our teams was the best record for about 5 weeks. So, go. So anyway, as far as this game is concerned, I would say for me that, I definitely agree that I think the Chiefs are the better team. However, I'm definitely taking the Bucks here. I don't see them. I don't see Tom Brady losing the Super Bowl. Whether the team, outplays the Chiefs, or the team in the black and white, make sure that Brady stays on top again. I fully expect the Bucks to win this, as well as today I read that the nation's bet was 84% took the Chiefs. So that means the Bucks are winning for sure, in my opinion. I mean, people are getting robbed. I'm just gonna say
I
that.
love the Bucks, so I'm happy about it.
So I am definitely taking the Bucks in this game. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout for sure, but I definitely am taking the Bucks in this game. I think it should be a good game. That's what I hope every Super Bowl is. You know, that doesn't always end up happening, but hopefully it's gonna be a good game one way or another.
Yeah, for the last 5 years, I really like watching the commercials. So, I mean, that's what I'm going to continue for this streak.
Yeah, but this year they're not having the Budweiser.
Well, it doesn't matter. But, you know, like I said, to the football game itself, I really don't care. Because it's
Look
just...
over to the Puppy Bowl.
Well, no, I don't know about that. Like I said, the commercials is kind of what I'll be shooting for. But specifically, if you break this down by you know, disciplines, I mean, you're going to have the Chiefs offense that doesn't have a right tackle or a left tackle. So if the front four of Tampa Bay can actually break down that really fast, that's going to be a problem for Mahomes. You do have the age of Brady, and again, it's going to go on the other side. If Kansas City can put pressure on him, cause him into issues, you're going to see what happens. But I mean, if you go by week 12, Kansas City ran him up and down like a basketball court. It was over fast. And again, that depends on, you know, if the refs are going to let, you know, the muggings happen on Tyreek Hill and Kelsey and all that. If they do, like the Rams did, you know, in the you know, Belichick day, you know, where they were actually just, you know, pretty much, you know, getting 5 to 10 years in most states on some of the defense that Ty Law was putting on. You know, if they let it go, then it's going to make it close. So, but I really didn't give a pick, but if I did, I'd have to take Kansas City on this if it was just straight up. So.
That's how I feel. I already said my piece, and I think Antonio Brown, I don't know that he's going to be super healthy for this game either, which to me, I think he was a major factor if he's healthy. I mean, he's pretty much unguardable, I think, and if he's not healthy, then I definitely don't like the Bucs' chances. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to bet against Brady in a big game. I would actually root for the guy. If he could win, I wouldn't be upset about it. But I just don't see it happening. I don't see him stopping the Chiefs.
Well, if they're going to have a chance, they're going to have to use the Gronk a lot more than they have been this year.
I agree.
They have not made full use of him at all.
Yeah, because there's a lot of teams that really struggle to guard the tight end. I know there's. Since we're doing a podcast, you couldn't see the looks on people's faces, but you know, a lot of guilty faces in this table. But yeah, I mean, I definitely think that they're going to come ready. And the other reason why I'm taking the Bucs is because, you know, we've all seen it with our Super Bowls and specifically our teams too, for the most part, is once you win a Super Bowl, the next season, everybody leaves. You know, they all leave for better contracts elsewhere, and unless you seriously retool, you have a hard time getting back. That's why there's not a lot of repeat people that win both times and stuff. So I think this is the Bucs and more specifically Brady's best chance to win. I think they're going to have a hell of a time getting back to the Super Bowl again next year with another year on Brady and all that stuff. I think it's going to be tough. So I'm definitely saying the Bucs are going to win here because I don't
That was just
see
me
them winning
crying,
next
by the
year.
way.
And you got to think about the cap thing too, as far as for next
Well,
year.
exactly,
The cap's going to
exactly.
be lower, so your teams are going to be cutting people.
Cap's taking a knee?
So
Wrong cap. My bad.
it's definitely going to be a situation of
Well, yeah, even
there's
on
going to
a,
be some
I
turnover.
don't think you're going to see the cap ever play again.
well, even on a regular situation, I mean, it's hard, and then you include the cap issues, and on top of that, the Bucs sign most of these people to 1-year contracts anyways. So it's going to be an uphill battle. Now, with that being said, you know, a lot of the contract issues that other teams are running into where they have to cut people, the Bucs won't have that problem because most of their people were on a 1-year deal anyways. So I guess they're kind of evading that issue, but yeah, this is their best chance. If they don't do it this year, I don't think he wins another one or gets to another one. So that even further makes me think he's winning. The Bucs are going to take this. Even though I agree with everyone who says that I think the Chiefs are the better team overall. I definitely think they are the better team. But I just see.
I mean, I
Yes,
but to get into what I was going to say, I mean, I look at this as just another typical Chiefs game. I mean, if their offense is rolling, then nobody's beating them. But I mean, if they can keep Mahomes off the field, then yeah, I mean, the sky's the limit for the Bucs. I don't feel like the Chiefs got that great of a defense. So, like I said, if Mahomes isn't on the field all that much, then Bucs definitely have a chance.
It's gonna be whoever has the better communication. You know, that's the key with Nick Sirianni. It's
Who's got the better uniform?
communication. Yeah, that's what Bennett's worried about. Not who's gonna win.
Where's that patch? Where's that patch on the uniform? Does it look good there?
Stylistically,
But
who's got the better uniform?
I never did tell who I was going to choose. I'm going with the Chiefs to win it, though.
How about we give some predictions for score?
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Okay. Well, since it's your idea, have at it. You're first.
Well, let me pull up the line. Let me see what kind of score I'm going to give you.
I say 34-24 Chiefs.
I honestly think I fall on those same lines. I'm going with that 34-24.
Bucks.
No, Chiefs.
I'm just kidding.
I'm going to say, I would say 45-17 Chiefs.
Wow.
Broncos?
No,
say-
that was back when the Broncos played in the 80s, and they were on the 17 end back then. But
I'm gonna go totally different. I'm going 24-17 Bucks.
Okay.
And I'm looking at 14-7 Kansas City.
First half?
No, I've got a feeling.
First quarter.
I have a feeling the defense is going to settle this game.
Okay.
I think it's probably going to be like 17-25 in favor of the Chiefs.
Okay.
How are they going to get to 25?
I'm gonna go.
weird stuff.
That's
I was gonna
tough
say
score.
field goals.
2-point conversions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I'm gonna say 31-27 Bucks. 31-27 Bucks. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, outside of Don's prediction, hopefully it doesn't end up being that, because like I said, I'd like to see a good game. But you know, at the very least, hopefully there's a new Godzilla vs. Kong trailer release that during the. That's what I'm really rooting for. So I could care less about the teams, but
Yeah,
you know.
I'll be saying, is it over yet?
Yeah. Another Super Bowl down. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. No big deal to me. My team's never in it.
Yeah. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of actual touchdowns. I think there's probably going to be a lot of
Field goals.
field goals, conversions, and you know, just to, you know, because that seems to be what a lot of the really good teams have been doing. Is instead of getting a lot of touchdowns, they're doing the other points.
Hey, Steve, not to change the subject, but what do you think of your new quarterback?
Goff, help us.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think they brought him in there because they don't think he can't play.
Oh,
But I don't know that he's going to be there very long, truthfully. I think they might trade him before the season starts.
yeah.
I don't think they see him as the end goal.
Yeah, he did not show well under pressure this year.
No.
Yeah, but they got David Blow for that, so it's all good.
I don't think he's going to be the answer there. But I mean, they only own him for 2 years, and then they can cut him. He's got a 4-year deal left, but after the second year, that's the only guaranteed money, and then they can get rid of him. So I mean, maybe they bring him on, and then maybe they still draft one to kind of learn underneath him for a little while, and then let it go. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But
Or
whatever.
just see how he pans out, and then if they don't like him, then
Right. I mean,
he
the
could
guy's-
fit well.
I know. Well, and he's still young, so I mean, he's still developing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if they can, get him to do what he couldn't do at the Rams, maybe that'll, I mean, I was listening to somebody talk about it today, and they just said that
Sometimes just a different team makes a difference.
No,
the
that's
biggest
true.
problem that they were breaking down with him is that he never was taking chances down the field. Everything was like 5 yards and under that he was throwing the ball to. So I think, and that primarily, I mean, which surprises me because, I mean, their running game was actually decent. So you would figure that the play action pass would have been opening up for them. But apparently they didn't run too much of it, or he didn't throw the ball in those situations very often. So
He's got the arm to do it.
yeah, I mean, he's just, I don't know what the answer is, and I mean, I find it hard to believe that he's going to go to a team that's less well off than the Rams, and then all of a sudden he's going to turn it around. So, I mean, the difference that he had with the Rams is he had a defense and a running game, and that's something Detroit has neither of. So, it's one of those things where, I mean, I don't know how he's going to perform any differently or any better with the situation that's given to him now. But I mean, it's possible. It's you never know. But like I said, I still see the Lions probably drafting a quarterback if they see one there that they like. So
Well, if I was him, I'd come to the city wrapped in bubble wrap. Tell myself, I'm getting ready for some pain behind this offensive line. Because Stafford got pretty banged up year in and year out. So, get used to playing with an injury. That's all I can say. So, okay, well,
hopefully we can fix that.
yeah, hopefully.
Okay,
So, any final thoughts on anything?
I just have a quick thing for you.
Okay.
My husband, he's a Bills fan, as you know. So I was just wondering about guys here that, really love your sports and everything. I was just wondering what you think about the Bills next year. What do you think their chances are?
I
Think
think
they'll make it?
I think they'll be back in the playoffs.
You think so?
I think they got a good shot for it.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions, but they have the nucleus to come back and come
Yeah.
stronger. But if Deshaun Watson gets plopped in Miami, I don't think they can beat him.
Yeah.
So that makes that team much more better. And then who knows with all the other teams in the AFC? Because
Yeah.
There's a lot of
if
stuff.
it was in the NFC, I think Buffalo would run through the NFC no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as trades, there's a lot of stuff going on that has to be settled.
Yeah.
Wait, are you guys asking for my opinion on the Bills?
Yes.
Wonder what you thought of the Texans.
Tell us about your credit score.
Okay. As far as the Bills go for me, I think they'll be right in it as long as they have Josh Allen there. I feel like they'll be able to continue to build around him, and he will continue to keep that team playing really well. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why they still can't compete. I mean, to me, they've taken leaps and bounds this year. They really stepped up their game, and depending on what they do in the offseason with free agency and stuff, if they're able to bring a couple pieces in, I don't see why they can't get to a Super Bowl, truthfully, as good as they are. They're not missing much, and if if Josh Allen continues to go on the
Trajectory.
incline that he's on, I mean, you're going to be talking about him, as if, he'll be in the discussion for top quarterback in the league, in not too near future. I mean, he made a lot of steps towards it this year. So, in my opinion, the Bills are going to be right there. It's just going to come down to, I don't know what their cap situation looks like, so I don't know how many people they're going to be able to keep, how many people are going to be leaving, as well as any other team, truthfully. But I just feel like they've already got the pieces in place. They just need a couple extra little things to happen, and if they can stay healthy, there's no reason they can't compete next year again. Regardless of whatever else happens. I mean, they got a good team, so we'll see.
Yeah, I agree. I would say I actually think that they were better this year than I anticipated, and I was expecting them to be improved, but I think that they were, like he said, leaps and bounds better than I expected, and I actually think that they were a little bit early. That's part of the reason why I didn't think they were going to do anything this year, just because I think it's a little bit early. But I do believe that they're going to still be as good next year. Like Don said, I think it's really going to come down to what happens around them more so than what they do. However, one thing I will say is that I think that they definitely have the talent to play with anybody, maybe not beat everybody though. That's the biggest problem. So, but I mean, depending on where people go, hell, if Rodgers is in a different city and Watson and all these teams, I mean, like he said, Miami's a perfect example. I mean, if they just had a little bit more consistent quarterback play, I mean, they might still be playing right now this year. So we'll see. It really comes down to a lot of different things. But if I'm the Bills, though, the other thing is are you watching the tape? Because the truth is that I think playing against the Chiefs, knowing that they're probably going to be, as of right now, your best competition, you got to play them twice this year, and they really exposed a lot of things that Buffalo needs to work on in the offseason. So I think if they can address some of those areas, it'll be a good thing for them. But I think that they need more than what they currently have to beat a team like the Chiefs still, even next season. So we'll see, though. I mean, they can definitely play with them. Like I said, I definitely think they can play with anybody. But in terms of taking the next step to winning a Super Bowl, I don't think that they're quite there yet. So we'll see. Anything else, anybody? No? Okay. So, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you like what you heard, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, turn on all the notifications so you get an update every time we upload something. Make sure you also check out our previous podcasts as well as our other content on this channel. Also, make sure you go over to Dent Sports, Denver, Detroit Sports. A lot of cussing over there, so if you enjoy that, make sure you tune in. And also, make sure you go over to the Clip Joint where, there may not be as much cussing, but equal amount of people getting pissed off. So make sure you check that out as well. With that being said, this has been a Super Bowl special, and special in many ways, podcast of Tuned In Sports. Thank you guys for listening, and I'm Bryson.
I'm Bennett.
Steve.
Don.
Tammy.
Phil. And we'll see you guys in the next video.